mean, let's be honest. I feel like we all kind of seen this coming. Within the last couple of years, Apple has let us all down when it comes to releases on iPhones. This was inevitable. I've just been fighting it because I've been a diehard Apple fan for the longest, but at some point, you just crave something new. Hello you guys, it is Mark back with another video, and like I always say, don't be scared to fall because you may fall into a better situation. I like to feel like I'm a part of that better situation. You're already here, so you might as well subscribe. And without further ado, let's get into this video. So let me actually take my glasses off. Moving from Apple to Android, the progression of Apple and iPhones has been very stagnant for a couple of years, and it's very hard to get out of the Apple ecosystem because I have Apple iPads, I have AirPods, I have a phone, I have a Mac, desktop and stuff, and everything is kind of synced together. So I could never just completely leave from Apple, but I definitely did want to somehow fill that void of something new. So I went on the internet and I was searching for a new device of what I wanted. I came across the Google Pixel 9 Pro, the Galaxy Z Fold, and the 2023 Motorola Razr. And these were my three selections based off of the reviews and things that I have been watching of Android devices that I wanted. I like these specific devices because the Fold gives me a nostalgic feel for flip phones that I grew up on, or maybe some of you have grown up on, but maybe some of you haven't. I definitely grew up on flip phones and I really like that nostalgic feeling. If I move from iPhone, I would definitely be moving to something that either flips or fold. I didn't want to jump too quickly into buying something as expensive as an iPhone because of course this is trial and error. But I wanted to get something that will give me an idea of what to expect from Android. Consider I've been an iPhone user since the iPhone 3GS. And that was a long time ago. I've been a supporter of iPhone since the first iPhone dropped. I haven't thought about going back until now. I could never completely just discard my Apple devices. I have too many devices. I would have to rebuy everything to change my ecosystem. But my day-to-day phone, I wanted to give this phone a try to just see if it can fulfill my needs and maybe even fulfill them more than Apple. So what exactly am I talking about? About around the time the iPhone X came out, and I started to notice Apple products didn't really change much besides new features within the software. So I made the choice to stick with my previous phone, which was the iPhone XR, until the 12 came out. And judging from the looks of from the 13, the 14, 15, until now a 16 this year in 2024, there still has been a lack of growth within these devices. I've just been very unimpressed with Apple as of lately. I know that right now they're prioritizing the Vision Pro, but the bread and the butter of Apple is the phones. And I feel like they really dropped the ball with not giving these phones as much growth as they need. iPhones are definitely noticed for their cameras and their operating system of their cameras and just how smooth things run. I don't like that Apple just only prioritizes updating the camera and the software of the phone compared to like other phones that fold and flip and turn. I'm a little bit sick of it. Not to mention, cameras on Androids are amazing. It just seems like when you open up that Instagram app or that Snapchat app, it kind of dumbs the resolution down. When I switched to Android, I definitely did notice the difference in those apps like Snapchat and Instagram and how the camera looked better in the camera app versus the camera in Instagram and Snapchat itself. Instagram and Snapchat needs to make it a priority to make these apps better for all devices. One of the reasons why I eventually ended up going to Apple was because at the time Android was kind of crashing. Every time you would take pictures on there, it looked like it was taken off a Nintendo DS. I was very excited to see how they have progressed over time with those things. Apple products didn't really change much besides new features within the software. I looked for some new devices, but something inexpensive, because of course this is trial and error. After I did my research, I found myself settling for the 2024 Motorola Razr because it was the most cheapest device and it was within a price range of what I was willing to pay for a trial and error device. This is what we have here. This is my 2024 Motorola Razr. Very easy to personalize. This extends out to be a 7-inch 6.9 but close to 7-inch screen. Anything that you can do on the inside of the phone, you can also do on the outside. I literally just got off TikTok live on the front of this phone. I've always known that Apple has been behind when it comes to features, but I didn't realize they were this behind. This is a 54 megapixel camera. One of the problems that a lot of us have, especially content creators, but people in general, when we take selfies, they're not as clear as the back camera. And I really love that I can flip this down, twist my wrist twice, and the camera will open up and it will use this back camera for my selfies. I'll pop in some selfies so you guys can see actually how clear these selfies are. That was one thing that I just loved so much, because I always love high definition selfies. Who wants to take their selfies like this off the back camera and you can put the display to show what is recording on the back? I really love that. This makes it so convenient to take your pictures, and again, it's using that back camera. The battery life on this phone lasted me so long, and I am a person that uses my phone a lot, so I was very surprised when this phone lasted me about 3 days until I had to actually charge it up. The battery life on this phone is amazing. It's nothing compared to Apple. I don't know what they're doing differently, but this literally lasted me like 3 days without having to charge it before it went completely dead. This definitely supports Type-C charging, and it's fast charging as well. And that's one thing that I've loved so far about this device, besides the camera. So now that we've gotten into some of the things that I love, let's get into the things that I hate. Instagram, the camera isn't bad, but it isn't. The front camera, well, I actually lied. It is good. Front camera is amazing. The front camera is T. I actually haven't tried it because I've actually been taking all of my photos on the back camera. So the front camera actually is T, because I was actually just about to lie about this camera quality. I actually really slept on it. It's actually quite sharp, and actually the color looks amazing. I'm going to show you guys a video of the camera. I really like it. It doesn't wash it out or anything. Everything is like very like saturated, very like clear. And this is the front camera that's on it. It's not the 54 megapixels. This is just the front. And Snapchat is the same way. So they fixed it. I don't know if I needed to update the phone, but the camera did not look like this before. So, and I know it's a big deal for people who want to have these Android to iPhone group messages and just interact with the messages, but I am happy to tell you guys as well that this is the perfect time to make the switch if you're thinking about it, because Apple just announced that they are making they're opening their ecosystem up when it comes to iMessages and making it more responsive with Android users. They have a new feature called RCS messaging, which allows Android users to interact with iPhones in the same ways that iMessage works. And I've tested this out, and it definitely does work. You can see when iPhone devices are typing, you can see the read receipts, you can interact with messages, and also when you send pictures, they're sent in better quality. And this was never a Android thing. This was an iPhone trying to keep their system, their ecosystem within iPhone users, but now they've opened it up to make it a lot better for Android users. So lastly, I want to talk about the feature, some of the accessories that I bought. The first thing that I bought when I first got this phone was I got me a black case, which clicks on the back right here, and it clicks on the back right here. This phone comes with a screen protector that they don't want you to take off because it folds right here in the middle, and the fold is not something that bothers you at all. You cannot slam this phone. It literally sets in every angle, so you can hold it in every angle, and then matter of fact, when you tilt it in certain angles, it stays. I'll start viewing photos. So the first accessory I bought was the black case, which I do plan to get more cases and accessorize this phone a little bit more, but I wasn't aware that I was going to keep it. But I bought a black case with this keychain on it, and I said I want to accessorize it, and I instantly bought me like a little robot, something to go on it. It's a gold robot with silver arms. It's very interactive. My AirPods with my Spider-Man case, which my top is in my purse or whatever. It keeps coming off, but I have my Spider-Man case, and I also have my little clip that is also Spider-Man that I love so much. This is really good when I'm taking my photos like this. Put that onto my keychain. I have a keychain because I just visited Mississippi, and those are basically the accessories that I have for this so far. For the most part, how do I feel about this phone, and do I feel like this was the best choice for me moving to Android? Yes. And this is definitely going to be my day-to-day phone. One of the things that sold me the most was the camera on the front. I just love high quality photos. Y'all know I love to take pictures. I'm a fashionista. I'm just one of those girls. How convenient this front camera is and how high quality is, that was enough to sell me on this device. And still getting in the feel of things, but I'm not disappointed at all. Everything runs smoothly. I'm having a little issues with my friends and stuff because everybody ain't updating updating their phone to this iOS 18, so it's like I can't interact with everybody. But when everybody gets on board with the iOS 18, my messaging experience on here will be top tier then. Something tells me that a lot of y'all are getting bored with iPhones too. When I was doing research for these phones, a lot of people was in those comments talking about how they're bored with iPhones. So I know I'm not the only one. But definitely consider this as a starter phone. I feel like this is a big enough phone. The camera is amazing. Snapchat, Instagram, all of it is amazing. Doesn't crash on me. It's very personal. You can definitely change the keyboards, your home, everything. You can make everything look amazing. Scroll on here. You can look at reels on the front of the phone. iPhone is just not doing that. The whole week I was down there, I was literally in the restaurant with my phone propped up like this with my headphones on, watching a YouTube video on the front. And if you only rely on the front, it saves even more battery if you don't flip it up. And you can even text back on the front with a full keyboard. Look at this. I love it so much. I'm not even gonna hold you. Let me take some back. Right. My nails are so long, so it's hard for me to get to this. But that's basically it. That's basically all I have for you guys. I definitely enjoyed the Motorola Razr 2024. They also have a 2023 version that doesn't have this screen on the front, but it has a smaller screen that is about right here. I opted in for this one because I just like the screen on the front a lot better and it just fits my vibe. If you guys are considering moving to something else, there's a range of new devices on the market with tons of features, but I am, for the most part, as of right now, I am overly happy with this purchase. I did not expect to like this much. This is definitely my day-to-day phone, and I've been wanting to do this for so long, but I just didn't want to do it because I didn't want to leave my Apple ecosystem. I'm still going to keep my iPads. I'm still going to keep my phone. I'm actually just going to have two phones. I'm still going to have my iPhone, but this is going to be my day-to-day. Like, this is going to be my primary phone. So I'll still have my iPhone. I'll still have my iPad and stuff like that because I do live an Apple life. So everything is Apple. But I'm very excited about this as well. I'm really excited about this camera. I love that so much. If you guys love this video, please don't forget to give it a like and don't forget to subscribe. We make fashion content. We talk about everything. We just get into juicy things. You know, we breathe positivity and we would love to have you a part of the gang and things like that. You know, the pretty introverted things. And I will definitely see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to stay honest. Bye guys.